changes like the weather. I got a question for whoever. Who do it better? 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 Yeah, this the king of crunk. Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that. Ain't none of that. They're new to us. Acting like that you pop off. No damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane. Carry you like that do the truck. Trend following. I'm surprised you just not care.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you've got to do it in your own backfield.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, forcing the fumble. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield.
Touchdown! Jahan Dotson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2nd and 5. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Marquise Bell in on that stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Pollard is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 11. It'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings! A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
He finds his man, Pollard. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, Pollard again. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Out of the gun now on third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get this to the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're going to speed things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Caught by Turner.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
That's dumped off to Pollard. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Partner, so much for situational football, because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the fourth quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamin Davis. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 38, Vikings 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Swinging this out for Pollard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the